Hey there, beloved. How you doing today? So, as I'm reminding myself this morning, and I'd like to say to you that Ecclesiastes 3 says, to everything there is a season, that is a time to every purpose under heaven, a time to born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which was planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to cast away stone, and a time to gather stone together, a time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get, and a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to cast away, a time to rend, and a time to sow, a time to keep silent, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time for war, and a time for peace. That's Ecclesiastes 3, reading from verse 1 to 8. To everything there is a season, and to every time there is a purpose under the heaven. We are excited about life. When a woman is pregnant, we celebrate that life. We are excited when the baby come to term. We are excited when that mother survive labor, and it's very good. But when that child die, if that child should die, we weep, we ask why. And that parent, those parents, they get to carry the child as though it was alive. Because even though I've never lost a child, I can just imagine persons still saying my child would be 3 years old, my child would be 10 years old, similar to how they may perhaps have done abortion and they still carry that child with them. So we celebrate life. We are always excited about that. But when there is death, there is no joy in it. But the Bible says even death have its purpose. Even death have its purpose. It says there's a time to kill, there's a time to heal, a time to kill what, a time to kill who. How can killing have its purpose? A time to heal, time to break down, time to build up, time to break down. Why must we go through a breakdown season? Why must we go through a lacking season? Why must we go through a dismayed season? But even in that season, the word says there is a purpose. There is something in that season. It's no wonder they said when we are tested and we are tried, even when we are tempted, God cannot tempt us with evil, the Bible says, because God is not evil. But when we are tempted, when we are tried, it is our own loss. It is where our heart is that cause us to be in that temptation. But the Bible says God is faithful, who will not suffer us to be tempted beyond that which we are able. There are times to weep. What good is there in weeping? Why must we cry? Why must we stay up? Why must we cry? Even the word says we should not stay up and eat the bread of sorrow because he has given his beloved sleep. Is the Bible contradicting itself? I think not. I think not. Because we weep for a lot of reasons. Happiness, promotion, sadness, death, so many things. But still, it have its purpose. Healing have its purpose. Mourning, laughter, in every season, there is a purpose. So I guess then, it is not for us to It's not for us to believe that we can keep ourselves or to carry ourselves. It is not for us to make plans for our life, for ourselves, because we know not, you know, the tomorrow provides for itself. It's not for us to go beyond God, to become gods of our life, but it's for us to live a daily life of submission. It is for us to know that God is in every season. So when we come up against these seasons, this time of love, of war, of hatred, of peace, of backbiting, of envy, of bad mind, of jealousy, when we find ourselves in this season, whether we are causing it or others are calling it, everything has its purpose. But can we believe that God is in the seasons? What must we do? We may say, to what is this purpose? But above all, I think the key is that God is in every season. And if God is in every season, if we can believe that God is in every season, if we can have that faith, that hope, to have that expectation that God is indeed in every season, that I will have strength to take me through whatever season, that though it may be rough, that though it may be full of tears, that though it may be full of luck, that though it may be full of reproach, that when this season is over, there be a different season starting, a time to rejoice, a time to be glad, a time to give praise, not just time for weeping, but that we can trust that God is in every season. That's it. Let us believe that God is in every season. And that, as the word says, in every season there is a purpose under the sun. Now, we may not understand the purpose of every season. We may never understand the purpose of every season. But let us never be hopeless. Let us never not believe that God is in the season. So I guess the best thing for us to do is to believe that God is in every season. That we should pray and ask the Lord to say, God, help me to see you in every season. Because if I can have that faith, that hope that God is in the season, then comes what may, I will not be so broken, not be so despair, but there would be a light at the end of my tunnel. And if all I can do is just believe to see that light, then that is more than enough. For God is with me. And if God is with me,